Sister star Chris Combs' weight loss is inspiring. See photos of his transformation. 1,000 pound. Chris Combs made his debut alongside siblings Amy Halterman, née Slatton, and Tammy Slatton on 1,000 pound. Sisters as they embarked on weight loss journeys together. These days, he is 140 pounds lighter, his blood sugar has leveled off and he no longer needs to take insulin after undergoing bariatric surgery during season 3. The main reason why I want this surgery is because my dad passed away at 57. Chris said about his hopes to be in good shape during a confessional on the show. And, my dad, was between 400 and 500 pounds, he added. I'm 41, I want to be around for the kids to grow up, the grandkids to get up. I want to be able to teach them everything I know. They're my everything. Doctor, I want to be around for my family. Eric Smith ultimately approved Chris for the procedure after seeing his strides and commitment to his health and wellness goals. And now that Chris has been recovering and finding a new lease on life, the newcomer said he couldn't be happier. "Hi, how are you feeling now that you had your weight loss surgery?" one fan asked him on Cameo. To which he replied, "Like $1 million, every day, baby." Meanwhile, Tammy has been working toward her own self-improvement plan during her stay at a weight loss rehabilitation facility in Ohio. The Dixon, Kentucky resident already lost 115 pounds after just 30 days, Chris shared while appearing on the season 3 finale. "I'm overjoyed that she's ready to get on this train and start rolling down the tracks," proudly said of Tammy's progress, even gushing over her accomplishment. Tammy, respectively, still has her trot tube in after undergoing a tracheotomy following a hospitalization in November 2021. During which, doctors discovered that she had carbon monoxide poisoning. "After I got off life support, they put a trot in, so, yeah," she updated via social media. "I'm trying to get used to that." As for Amy, her husband, Mike Halterman, filed for divorce in March 2023, after nearly 4 years of marriage. The former couple share 2 sons, Gage, born in November 2020, and Glenn, born in July 2022. 1,000 pound sisters Chris Combs' convention appearance shows weight loss skin removal surgery results. I think he could be a main star in an upcoming season. 1,000 pound sister star Chris Combs is living his best life in 2025. Amid drama with Tammy Slatton, who may decide to leave Kentucky, and at a convention at Bowling Green, Kentucky's Corvette Museum, he showed off the body transformation he's worked so hard to achieve. Chris looked relaxed and happy at the event, and his loyal wife, Brittany Combs, was at his side. The couple sat together at a table, where Chris autographed photographs for fans. She looks very fit as well. Chris and Brittany are happily married. Chris looked remarkably lean and chiseled. They are always in tune, bringing out the best in each other. Brittany is a very traditional person who shares Chris's strong Christian values. Together, they've changed their bodies and expanded their horizons, becoming bigger stars as their love story is so old school and intriguing. In fact, thanks to Tammy Slatton's feud with Amanda Halterman, and her general frustration with life in Kentucky, there's a chance that Chris and Brittany could become the series' main stars. However, Amy Slatton and Amanda Halterman could also emerge as primary cast members. Chris looked great during his convention appearance, where he wore a red shirt and baseball cap. He's always had pretty good taste in clothes, looking more pulled together than some of his co-stars. However, his fashion sense is very traditional and all-American. The outfit he chose for the convention is flattering, as the bright color he wore livened up his complexion. Brittany chose a modest dress with a green pattern. She wore a hairband to keep her long hair looking tidy. While her ultra-traditional attire has gotten attention for the wrong reasons. Brittany wears modest clothing and keeps her hair very long due to her Christian values. Unconcerned with embracing modern style, Chris's wife seems very comfortable with her marriage and herself. On the show, Chris is often the voice of reason, but occasionally, he's a little too judgmental. For example, when Amy was living with untreated mental illness on the series, and crying a lot, Chris chastised her. He felt that she should pull herself together, perhaps not fully understanding what she was going through. That made Amy feel worse. What she really needed was to talk to a doctor, and to be surrounded by people who love her unconditionally. Chris does love his sisters and the rest of his family. He always tries to help and means well. However, now and then, he may be a little too rigid in terms of how he expresses himself. However, when it comes to his grandchildren and Brittany, he's very soft and sweet. In fact, while posing with his grandkids last Easter, with everyone dressed up, Chris looked so proud and loving. Although he and Brittany didn't welcome children together, he adores his family. Overall, he's got a solid support system that's very important to him. Chris has 2 children from a previous marriage. His family keeps him strong, and living a long life so he can be with them was his primary motivation for embarking on his weight loss journey. Chris's father died fairly young, and that special man lived with obesity, so Chris wants to focus on longevity through better health. To really maximize the benefits of weight loss, Chris opted for skin removal surgery at the end of season 6. In fact, he's the only family member who's qualified for that procedure. Skin tightening can be uncomfortable, sometimes, more than one operation is required, and recovery isn't exactly a cakewalk. Chris bravely got the procedure and he looks fantastic. Amy and Tammy may follow suit. 1,000-pound Sisters star Chris Combs is enjoying a good life in a body that probably feels brand new. He's glowing and fit, and branching out with meet and greets that put him up close and personal with fans. It's nice to see him doing well, and hopefully, he'll get more screen time in an upcoming season of the popular series.